Hi, DAVIII here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series. And today we're going to be doing a voiceover of a recent sketch. I think this is the last sketch of this batch. This is, I believe, technically a watercolor type brush, but it's a lot more opaque. I do like this version of it because I think I used a different, same brush but different like settings. I did use it for the first sketch of this batch, but I think for this one, it has a lot more opaqueness, so it was easy to paint over stuff quickly. Like I don't have to use many strokes for to be able to make strong marks. I mean, look at the black, contrast that with like the lime sort of green color. It looks really bright and just cool. I think I was trying to draw, I wanted something triangular because I think in the last episode the head of the thing I was drawing was so round. I call it the cock monster or something. It just looks like a xenomorph or just a cock, like a head of a dick, and it did not make me feel as good, so I decided to go for something a lot more angular. And I think for this session I was focused on like triangles. I want a sharp angular triangle somewhere. So I think I did a good job with the head a bit, but yeah. But again, when I'm doing these types of things, it's still like I'm focused on random strokes often, and I'm following like where the shapes could go, where the shapes could lead, or whatever. And I don't always have like details in my mind. I think right now, or at this moment, I thought of a body. I knew it had a head, but I decided to like work on like a physique, like a torso. Around this point, you'll notice that the greens I'm using are like, it's basically like a monochromatic thing where it's all just different shades of green, maybe a little bit of other kinds of green. Notice how I'm sort of just moving the spot in the color wheel just a bit to the right hand side or the left hand side, so I'm not veering too far away from the main original color. And adding black to your work or some kind of darker color, I don't think this was black. I think it's like a dark green to the point where it looks black, but having something that heavy in your like canvas, I think it just, to me, it's it has a very foundational feeling. Like, because if everything is just color and no like dark something that's close to black, it just does, it feels kind of empty. I did mention in a past episode, I mentioned this frequently, I am inspired by artists like Alvaro Castañe. He is a watercolor artist, one of my favorites. So I think he's a good influence, but also like comic books, manga, how they use black in their work. I mean, yeah, you can make it. It makes it like it makes it look graphic, like it has a very distinct kind of look. But I don't know, it's still attractive to me. And there are artists like Jorge Jimenez. When you see him do his inks, like sometimes it will look somewhat painterly. I mean, yeah, you will still see some lines here and there, but on the insides where it's like shading the body or the highlights of, I don't know, Catwoman's latex costume, or not costume, but uniform or attire or whatever. It looks cool. So maybe that influenced me as well. I think I tried to draw some abs. I mean, there's like a chest thing going on here, but I don't know. Again, when you're doing these, you don't want to be so focused on the details for now, because again, you can always revisit these ideas, paint over it, adjust it, make different versions of it. So it's not like you're stuck forever with this thing you're trying to paint. But I think right now you want the focus to be the main idea, like where do the strokes want to go, like what needs to be said right now, big picture wise. Like, is the energy right? Are the shapes I want there? Is the mood that I'm trying to go for understood, or is what I'm creating readable from afar? Again, when you zoom in, it's gonna look abstract, which is fine, but from afar, like, do you feel inspired to explore that idea? Do you have a drawing, a painting that can help ignite further exploration Because if you don't have like a nice, interesting sketch at this point, sometimes you will just lose the energy to, to even try developing it, because nothing is exciting, and there are no shapes, the composition, like none of those are just pulling your, heartstrings or whatever. So you want to have something that looks somewhat interesting, even in this like abstract kind of stage. I think right now I'm adjusting the head a bit. I'm not sure what I did there, but I think I added some like lines and details to the top plane of that. It almost looks like a hat to me, but I did like the way I did the arms a bit. It looks really cool, and the texture. I like this brush. I may use it more alongside like this painting. It's one of my I guess for this batch is I would consider this a good painting. Alongside the blue one and the pink purple one, the blue violet one and the pink purple. I think those would have to be my favorites. So for this batch, I have like 3 favorites. And I think that I believe this one would be like not the best, but it's pretty cool. Let me see the total time for this thing. Oh, 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes. So it's not a bad sketch. I mean, do you see how you can create something in such a short period of time? Maybe your first sketch may not be as good. Maybe your second sketch may not be as appealing, but if you just try a few more times, you could get something that's kind of interesting, right? Again, it doesn't have to be perfect right now or super like defined right now. It just has to have like an idea has to be visualized, manifested, not fully, but just enough. So because in a way, because once it's there on canvas, and once it has just a little bit of that core idea, then it's sort of saved, like when you even if you forget to work on it for, say, I don't know, maybe a day or two or a week, the moment you go back to that sketch, you will kind of instantly know what you were trying to go for, just because you've recorded some kind of core element of that thing. And I think that's a good thing to aim for when you're doing these quicker sessions. Just what's the core thing here? What's the message? Like, what's the vibe I'm trying to go for, right? Could be a vibe, a mood. Sometimes just picking the color. Like, I want this to be like blue, and the other accent color or the complementary color would be, yada yada yada, right? So consider these sessions as a way to like record your ideas, to be able to dump your ideas, or sometimes to explore. Because sometimes I don't know what I'm always drawing or painting. Like, I just make strokes. I put strokes on the canvas and I build on top of previous strokes. And I believe I mentioned this earlier. What did I say? Like, what was the initial thoughts in the beginning that helped lead me to this final illustration? It was the fact that I did not like the previous sketch, the round head, so I decided to go for something more angular, more triangular. So I made sure that the head for this thing was kind of like a triangle, and that's it. That was the only thing. That's one thing that's sort of unique. That once I did that or recorded that in this image, it made future strokes a lot easier, right? And again, when you're doing these types of things, you don't have to know everything. Just know a few decisive parts. For example, I knew the head had to be kind of like that. I knew eventually that this thing had like a set of arms, a body, so it had like a humanoid kind of form. But these are things that I had to learn as I did this thing. It's not like I knew what to do from the very beginning. So again, when you're doing this kind of process, it's exploratory, which means you won't even know what it's going to end up being, which I think is a very exciting kind of approach. It may not be reliable But always, but that's to be expected if you're trying to explore ideas. You won't like not every single idea you explore will be worth it in that kind of way. And sometimes it's only useful because it leads you to a better, more useful, more exciting idea. So sometimes it can help you indirectly, right? Sometimes it can serve you as a mere warm-up for the next thing. Sounds kind of sad, but it reminds me of the like advice women say to other women that referring to men, where sometimes you're just a practice girl. Oh, this it sounds so fucked up, but right? Even though you were not the main thing or the end result, like you were still useful. I remember seeing this joke of like this girl. She made a joke like she was asked like what her talent was, and I think her answer was, "Oh, she can build up a man for another woman." That's so fucked up, right? Basically saying that she'll take on the guy, she'll be like, boyfriend, girlfriend with that guy, but she will build him up, bring out his like best parts, and then once he's like at a certain level in his development, then he'll leave her for a new girl. So that's kind of what she means. Again, fucked up, but again, it does not change the fact, no matter how fucked up it is, that there was a purpose in that whole thing. So sometimes our sketches can be like just like that. It may not be the main thing in the end, but it can lead you to the main thing, And without that warm up, that practice girl, oh fuck, sounds wrong. You would not get there, right? So, art can be very brutal, but it's a part of the thing. So just you're gonna have to accept it. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I'm not sure what to do in the next batch of episodes, but hopefully it's gonna be just as fun as this batch. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.